Next up at UFC Vegas 28, we have Antonina Shevchenko versus Casey O'Neill. Antonina Shevchenko, you do recognize that last name. She is the champion sister. She's 9-3 in her career, alternating wins and losses, only 2-3 in her last 5. Casey O'Neill 7-0, 5-0 in her last 5, but this is a big step up for her, at least as far as striking prowess is concerned. Shevchenko does not have very good takedown defense. We've seen her beat up time and time again because of her lack of takedown defense. If you go back and watch the Chikagian fight, takes her down, beats her up. That's the path. Super simple. Very straightforward path to victory there. She has a 50% takedown defense in the UFC, and Casey O'Neill averages almost 4 takedowns per fight. And you would see those stats and you would say, oh, Casey O'Neill, grappler. She's going to get smoked in the striking department. No, she's a Muay Thai striker. She's got solid elbows. She's very willing to brawl, and she gets into firefights. She loves an ugly fight. She does have solid wrestling. She's very explosive. Her jiu-jitsu lacks a bit, but she's so athletic, she can make up for some of the holes in the grappling department with her athleticism and sort of her wrestling hips. This should be a very clear win for her, honestly. It's a clear path, and it should be a clear win for her. She's not going to be as technical as Shevchenko on her feet, but she will be as tough. She will be in her face, and she will use all of her tools. And then she's got the wrestling. She's got the takedowns right behind it. Get her to the ground, which we've seen everybody do. So it should be a pretty straightforward fight. If she wins the striking exchanges, great. Stay there. Continue that path. If she doesn't, great. Backup plan. It works. Go to the wrestling. I may spend the $9,000 on her in DraftKings because she'll probably get a stoppage. And if she doesn't, there'll be a bunch of takedowns, a bunch of exchanges, and it should be a nice, dirty fight to score a ton of DraftKings points. 9,000 is a lot, but I don't really love a lot of people on this card at that price point. The strike line, it's a high one. That really is a high one because I think she can get Shevchenko down, sort of beat her up. 124 is high. If you think this is a slugfest and they go at it and it's a long fight, do the more. Do the more. If you think Casey O'Neill beats her up the way Caitlin Chikagian did, but at a higher level because she's got better striking than Caitlin, better takedowns than Caitlin, not as good at jiu-jitsu, but I'm going to look at the Chikagian strikes and base my pick off of that. If Chikagian was more than this, then I'll go more. If Chikagian was less, I'll definitely go less. So I'm going to dig into those stats and base my monkey knife fight pick off of that. My gut is saying less because I think Casey O'Neill will beat her up on her feet, get her on the ground, and Shevchenko is not really going to have the opportunities to get off 62.5 strikes. Bet-wise, I'm definitely going to look at some Casey O'Neill bets. I'm definitely going to look at them. I didn't love anything initially. I may go money line. Honestly, you know I don't like big, heavy favorites. 2-1 is still heavier than I like to do, but minus 210, that's not crazy. That's not crazy. I think she's almost a guaranteed win here. So I may do a money line bet on her at minus 210, but we'll take a look at some of the other props and see what we got going on there. If you want to grab one of those, wewantpicks.com/bets. We have promos with 100% deposit match, 125% deposit match, all the way up to $2,500. Get your free money. We have it everywhere.